Hi, Mickey class. Let's talk about baseball. What is your favorite sport? A lot of people in Taiwan like baseball. A lot of people in America like baseball too. Some people call baseball America's game. Now there are many other popular sports in America, but baseball is pretty fun. Did you ever go to a baseball game? Taiwan is very lucky because there are many baseball teams in Taiwan, and it's pretty easy when there's not COVID to go and see a baseball game. The last time I went to a baseball game in Taiwan was, I think, to see the brothers play. I went to Taoyuan to see it, and we were so excited, me and my friends, because we hadn't seen a baseball game in a long time. And we went and we got food and we went and sat down in our seats. And then it started raining. And they had to cancel the baseball game. It wasn't so fun because there wasn't a baseball game and we had to come home. But I have seen many baseball games in America. The teams I like in America are the Chicago Cubs. I really like the Detroit Tigers. And I like the Toronto Blue Jays. The Toronto Blue Jays are actually, I think, the only MLB, so American baseball team. They're actually from Canada. So those three teams are the ones that are close to my house. So I've gone and I've seen a Chicago Cubs game before. And I have seen a Detroit Tigers game before. And I've also seen many baseball games that are like smaller teams closer to where my house was. The West Michigan Whitecaps, I went to a lot when I was small. But, did you know, I don't really like to watch baseball on TV. So if I don't like to watch baseball on TV, but I love to go to a baseball game, why? Why do I like to go to a baseball game? It's because it's so much fun to go see a sports game by yourself because you can talk to your friends, you can eat so much food, they'll play games in the middle. If you go to a baseball game in Taiwan, you can see the cheerleaders. That's really cool because in America, you can only really see cheerleaders at basketball games or football games. But there's cheerleaders in Taiwan baseball games. So baseball can be really fun. So let's talk about some words that we need to know for next time you go to a baseball game. So let's first talk about where you play baseball. Do you think you play baseball on a basketball court or a baseball field? Look at how they are spelled. Basketball is almost the same letters, the same spelling as baseball, so we need to be careful. What letters does basketball have that baseball does not have? Basketball has a K and a T. Basket. So we need to be careful when we're reading these words. So yes, basketball you play on a court, but baseball you play on a field. Field is just like a big piece of grass. So there's a soccer field, a baseball field, a farm field, right? So baseball field. And baseball fields all are in what shape? What shape do you play baseball on? Is it a baseball circle? It's a diamond. You call it a baseball diamond. The diamond has 4 bases, right? It has home plate, first base, second base, and third base. So you hit the ball, and you run to first, second, third, and home. And when you get back to home is when your team gets a point. Okay, so if you go see a baseball game, what are you called? There's a name for you even when you go see a baseball game. You are a fan. A fan is what you call somebody who likes something. So Archie is a fan of Minecraft. Sophia is a fan of Sumiko Gurashi, right? I am a fan of F1. Formula One racing, and so are some of you. I think Alex likes F1 too, yeah. So fan is just when you like something. So baseball fans will go and see the games. Or you can call them spectators. Spectators. Spectator is a person who is watching something. So you spectate, you watch. So if you are at a baseball game and you are watching the baseball game, you are the spectator. And then, what do you need if you want to go see a movie or see a baseball game? What do you need? You need a ticket. The ticket means I already paid money, I can come inside and watch. And you buy your ticket at the ticket booth. Even for other games and going to see a movie, it's always called the ticket booth. Go to the ticket booth to get your ticket. And when you go to the ticket booth, usually you can choose which part of the baseball field you want to sit at. If you want to sit close to home plate, or if you want to sit high up or down low. But actually what's really cool in America, a lot of people will buy their ticket maybe on the computer before they go to the game just to make sure that they have seats. But what's really cool is that in Taiwan, you can just go to 7-Eleven or Family Mart. I know some of the teams you have to go to 7-Eleven to buy the tickets, and some of the teams you have to go to Family Mart to buy the tickets. But you just go to the IBAN machine at 7-Eleven, you say, boop, 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 I want to watch this baseball game here. And so you have your ticket before you even go to the game. But also you can buy a ticket at the ticket booth. So, the people on the baseball field, there are players, baseball players, the people who play baseball, the teams. How many teams in one baseball game? There are 2 teams. A lot of these sports have 2 teams against each other. Soccer is like this, football, hockey, basketball is 2 teams against each other. And all of these sports also have somebody called the referee. The referee is kind of like the baseball policeman, right? He knows all of the rules, and so he's making sure all of the players and everyone on the team, even the coaches, that they are following the rules. And if you're playing these games, if you don't follow the rules, you can get in trouble. So the referee is there to make sure you follow the rules. Some of the referees in baseball are called umpires. But they are there, they stand by the bases, and they can do many things. They'll see if someone caught the ball correctly, if someone hit the ball correctly, but they also see if somebody is running to first base or second base or third base, if their foot is on it correctly, if they get there safe, if the ball touches them first and they are out. All of these baseball rules, the referee or umpire is there to make sure that everyone follows them. Other sports are like this too. There's referees for all of these sports teams. How many players are on a baseball team? There are 9 players on a baseball team. And so they'll take turns. So one team is hitting the ball when the other team is out on the field trying to catch the ball. So there will be 9 people trying to catch the ball and 9 people taking turns to hit the ball. And then they switch. 9 people. Okay. What is it called when you... The thing that has the numbers on it. You need to see, okay, who is winning? That's called score. Just like on a test or a quiz, you get a score. So you need to say, okay, what is the score? Who is winning? You look on the scoreboard. So the scoreboard will usually have the names of the teams, and we'll say how many points each of the teams has. And it can tell you other things too, like how many outs. So in baseball, you have 3 outs, and then the teams will switch. Or how many strikes. Strike is if you miss the ball. So if you miss the ball 3 times, 3 strikes, you're out. It will tell you all of these numbers on the scoreboard. It is really big so that everyone sitting inside the baseball stadium, the baseball field, can see it. So these are things that you can see at a baseball game. What else can you see at a baseball game? My favorite part of any sport game, any baseball game, is the food. You can get really good food when you go see things like a baseball game. When I went to the baseball game in Taoyuan, there was Pizza Hut, there was everything. I think there were sausages to eat, candy. You could drink a lot of soda. It's just so fun. Yummy, yummy food, ice cream. You could go to an amusement park or a sports game and they had a special kind of ice cream when I was small that you couldn't get anywhere else. It was called Dippin' Dots, and the ice cream was small little balls, like small, 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 small. And you'd eat these small little balls. It was so cool. It was so cool. And you could only get them at a baseball game. So I would like to go to the baseball game. Also, corn. I remember when I would go to the baseball games when I was small, they would have corn on a stick. You could go and eat the corn. So let's listen and say to these words one more time. Fans, spectators, ticket booth, referee, player, scoreboard, basketball court, baseball field, baseball game. Good. So, let's write a few sentences with these. What do you call the people who are watching a game? They are spectators or fans. So we can say spectators watch the game. Here's a correct sentence. Is this correct? Do we have a capital letter where we need to? Do we have a period where we need to? Spectators watch the game. Who makes sure the players follow the rules? The referee. Good. So what's a sentence we can say that with? We can say, make sure players follow the rules. Do we have a referee at school? Who makes sure you follow the rules at school? Teachers, or maybe your classmates too. So we have here, the referee makes sure the players follow the rules. Is this also correct? Do we have a capital letter? Do we have punctuation, a period? Good. We've talked about how there are 9 players on a baseball team. Who do you think is the most important person in a baseball game? This is pretty tricky. So how many players are on the team? There are 9 players on each team. So do you think if one of the players was sick or got hurt, do you think the rest of the team could still play the game? Yeah, maybe it would be more difficult, but I think they could. What about, who else is in the baseball game? We have the players, the teams, who else? The referee. Do you think if a referee got hurt or sick, they could still play the game? No. Who is going to make sure that everyone is following the rules? So, maybe the referee is the most important. Okay. So let's make that a sentence too. The referee is the most important person in a baseball game. I'm going to show you this sentence, but I made some mistakes in this sentence. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4 mistakes. Do you see? Let's read it. The referee is the most important person in a basketball game. All right, what's first? Let's look at capital letters. What letter always needs to be capital, uppercase, in a sentence? The first word. Do we have an uppercase letter in the first word? No. So let's fix that. Remember, we've talked about this before. If you put 3 lines under a lowercase letter, that just means that you need to change it to uppercase. What about the other uppercase and lowercase letters? Are the other ones all correct? Or is there an uppercase letter somewhere where we want a lowercase letter? Yes. Referee. That's not a name. That's not a name or anything. So we actually want referee to be lowercase r. The referee is the most important person in a basketball game? That's what it says. Okay. So we have the uppercase in the correct place. Now let's look at the punctuation. Is this a correct punctuation? What punctuation mark do we have? See a question mark. Is this a question? No, we're trying to say it, right? It's a statement we're trying to tell you. So do we need a question mark? No, what do we need? We need a period. A period, good. And there's one more problem. Let's look at the spelling in all of the words. The, correct. Referee, yes, is the most important. That is correct. Person, correct. In a... Are we talking about baseball or basketball? What word is this? Basketball. We want to write baseball. How are basketball and baseball different? Baseball does not have a K or a T. We need to use our phonics. I'll write these both for you. Base and basket. We cannot be lazy when we are reading letters, reading words. If you see the first letter of a word and say, okay, I think I know what that word is. Or you need to use all of your phonics. So this is baseball. Look, this is base and this is basket. We need to read. We have magic E, so it's not bass. Remember, not E, magic E makes the vowel say its name. So it's not short A, it's long A. A, B, ace, base, baseball. And this one is a short A, B, sk, et, basket, basket, base and basket. Very good. Let's talk a little bit about some phonics words. Let's talk about the word cop. K, op, cop. Not k, op, k, op, cop. A cop is just another word for police. But this is in the op family, not op. This is short O, cop. We have a op, mop. Not op, mop, op, mop. Mop is what you get wet and you use it to clean up the floor. The broom is the one that's not wet, and the mop is the one that's wet that you use to clean the floor. Op, hop. Op, hop. Not huh. Is just jump. And SH sounds like sh, op, shop. Is a store, right? You go and buy something. So maybe it is auto body shop is just a place where you can fix your car. So you can go to the supermarket as a shop to buy food, auto shop to fix your car, any kind of shop, like a business. All right. Thank you for talking about or listening to me talk about baseball. I hope you are able to talk some more about baseball, maybe with your family. You can learn about the rules for baseball too. Maybe your mom or dad can help you understand the rules. That would be fun to talk about, yeah? Okay. I will see you soon. Bye-bye.